The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Porzingis.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Z out there with Wendell Carter. And it's White in at the 1 spot. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Barea is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Players are sure racking up a lot of miles, Clark. A lot of games, a lot of flights, a lot of late nights, early mornings. But in some ways, it must be easier these days than it was, say, 20 years ago when you were playing.
It's easier now than it was when I played. I mean, we had commercial flights and 6 a.m. flights. These guys now actually have charter services. And heck, I often think that the guys before me had it much worse than I did. So it's all relative. But clearly, it's hard, it's demanding, but they also have the very best of care in getting to and from the cities across the league.
And it's sent back by Carter. Inside, here's D, and down it goes, jamming that one home. And if you've been trying to figure out what looks different with Che, I'll give you a hint. It's the shoes.
Che is rocking his brand new custom colorways from Jordan. The two sides have been working on this project for some time, and you can't help but be impressed with the results.
Here's LaVine. The Mavericks making the shot. To the paint, here's D. Can't get it to fall. Now the Mavericks with it. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
An interconference matchup. They faced these guys twice a season, and last year they took both games.
2 teams in the bottom of the East and West, as you said, these regular season victories count for more. Both hungry for a win tonight.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And there's the pass to LaVine. Just 5 to shoot. Floats one up, and he sinks the layup.
Nice touch on the floater. Another tool that LaVine's developed. I mean, he's becoming a better all-around scorer for sure.
Now, here's Barea. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly, but they recover it. Here's Kleber, makes it off the glass. Kleber's got 6.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
To the middle, here's D. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Barea against White. Barea, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Porter kicks to White. Back to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Carter with the bucket.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now, here's Doncic. A 20-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Carter kicks to Porter. To the inside. They shoot again. No good from D.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Second free throw, no good.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era. Hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
And Chicago has possession following the score by Dallas.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP, 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
Doncic with the steal. A floater, and the layup is up and in.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in and didn't let it go awry.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for Chicago. They trail by 1. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 5.
You know, he's a capable shooter from outside, guys, and for Doncic, I think it's a matter of just shooting with confidence all the time.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just... will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Doncic is checked in for Seth Curry. And Barea subbed in for DeLon Wright. Taking a look at the Bulls, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter is out there with D, and it's Carter in at the center. Here's D. The shot from the low post is good. 6 points for him. So for Dallas, their last game, a win against Charlotte.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserve.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, D in that last outing against the Celtics was superb. He added 37 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Bounce pass Barea from 12 feet out. Rebound by D. D's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by the Bulls. D's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Doncic outside. Here's Kleber. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Kleber's got 5 points now in the quarter. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Dallas.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
Doncic outside. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Porter passes to D. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, D.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability.
Here's Barea. Got a piece of it. On the wing, Levine. Guarded by Doncic. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Barea looking for an opening. In the corner, it's Kleber. Dallas, no good that time either.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Now Barea. That one's off, still out of sync. And here comes White. Leading the fast break. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And you can argue this is White at his best, just an absolute terror in transition.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Curry comes in for Luka Doncic. And it's Wright in for J.J. Barea. The Bulls also changing it up. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Wendell Carter. And it's Chandler Hutchison in for Otto Porter Jr. Chicago leading by 3. Levine wide open. Second shot opportunity. D. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Wright kicks to Porzingis. Back to Wright. Passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Curry. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. A 3 from Porzingis.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Here's D, and he finishes nicely on the layup. D's got the lead up to 9 now for Chicago.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Right against Markkanen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws here for the night. That free throw missing. Some changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for D. Valentine comes in for Levine. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. And the second free throw, good. He's got 7. Six seconds left in the first half of the game. Launches a 3, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Chicago in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their time. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Porzingis, 6 on the shot clock.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Dallas gets called for the foul. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin. I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going, and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Levine inside the three-point line. And again, no good by Chicago. Mavericks trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He's got some power to his game, too.
Pass to Porter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Carter, the pass to D. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
White against Barea. And that's collected by D.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And Levine throws it down.
You know what you like about Levine as a finisher? I mean, he can go straight to the rack, hop out to the 3, and can do everything in between as well.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. The pass to Barea. That's tipped.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Levine passes to D. And good that time. D's got 24 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 17-point game. Back to Barea. Deep. Another miss by Barea.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
To Porzingis to halt the run. Dallas no good that time either. The Bulls leading by 19 points. White looking around. Down low. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player.
Timeout.
It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And the Mavericks call time here. Nice game. Great performance by D.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Seth Curry in for J.J. Barea. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Passes it to Curry. Out to Porzingis for three. Offensive rebound. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Levine up top, guarded by Doncic. The shot's good from D.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Here's Doncic. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 7 points for Luka Doncic.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him, Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice job seeing the game. Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and the one skepticism scouts had was his athleticism or lack thereof, and I think he's proven that's not necessary to be a great basketball player. And he's only getting better as he works with NBA trainers.
Curry kicks to Hardaway. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And you know, you heard about Doncic. Even if he's a step slow, he's always two steps. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Seth Curry. That free throw good from Barea. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed. So for Chicago right now, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Carter out there with D. And it's White in at the point guard. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core. First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Friday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
And you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team's going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Levine against Doncic. Puts it up from 12. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
You know, he wants to be more aggressive from there. I like watching Levine work the mid-range game into his game.
Doncic feeling it out. And the call will be against D. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Kleber. Outside Hardaway. Six to shoot. Snatched away.
Turnovers weren't a story for them early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Bulls.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
4 on the clock. Kleba, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Dallas calls timeout. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours in their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. On defense, Chicago. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Levine against Doncic. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by White. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Well, you look at Doncic. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities on All-Star Weekend. But, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more. And as we get closer to the three-point contest, once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Pass to D. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
There's the pass to Doncic. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Porter with it. To the middle. Here's D. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to Porter. D, guarded by Barea, and that one is good. D's got 46 points.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
To the inside. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And White with the block.
And I love seeing White use that athleticism on defense. Great hustle to swat that shot.
Here is Barea. 5 to shoot. In the corner, it's Kleba. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Chicago.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for D.
Well, I love the force that he showed on defense, using all of his length to deny shots. He was their anchor tonight.
Here's Lee, and the layup is good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Now Sadaransky. Murray outside. And here is Sadaransky. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them.
Right, but with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Nice win for your team, Che. You were the catalyst with all your scoring. Was that the game plan tonight?
I thought my teammates were creating, a ton of chances for me on the offensive end. And, fortunately, I got hot for a stretch. We converted a lot of our possessions, and the way they were setting me up, though, the credit goes to them, not me.
Well, all of you contributed to this win, and you should enjoy it. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once
Che,
again.
need you for that meet and greet with auction winners.
Can you give me a second?
It's got to be now.
So just 1 second, 1 second.
Che, we should go.
Hey, you got my colorways. Hey, cool, kid. You the man, bro. You the man. Oh, you.
Player of the week time.
Oh yeah, who you got, Hank?
I'm sorry, but I don't know how it could be anyone other than Che.
You like the display?
This is nice, man. You did this?
Yeah, it's team effort. I helped.
What? What's your name, bro?
Jake.
Che. It's
Right on.
nice.
Right on, Jay. If you need anything, just let me know.
We'll do, Jake, man.